On tap, Rivertown Oatmeal Stout. Hi, I'm James Knott, and this is the Better Beer Authority. Today, we are showing our Ohio pride and highlighting a new brewery from Cincinnati, Rivertown Brewing Company and their Oatmeal Stout. Jason Roepper and Randy Schiltz started the brewery in 2009. They are growing fast and already available in 3 states, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Their Oatmeal Stout was first released in 2010. Jason from Rivertown suggests serving it in a pint glass at 55 degrees Fahrenheit to bring out all the wonderful chocolate notes. So, if it's in the fridge, let it warm a bit for best results. It is 4.2% ABV, and the Bravo hops bring the ale to 37 IBUs. This stout uses 30% flaked oats and pale, dark crystal, and chocolate malt. It also uses roasted barley, which is unmalted barley kernels that have been toasted in an oven until almost black. Chris, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
What flavors are you pulling out of this beer?
Well, the chocolate is there, but maybe a little bit more in the background. The roast really jumps out at you pretty strongly.
Mark, how does this compare to other stouts for you?
I made a rough comparison, and I know that, when I heard oatmeal stout, I got pretty excited thinking about this beer in particular because I've had a couple of offerings from Rivertown that I really liked. And so initially I thought an oatmeal stout is going to be amazing because, St. Ambrose and Sam Smith's are 2 of my favorite oatmeal stouts that are out there, and just 2 of my favorite beers in general. And to me, this beer didn't really stack up against those 2 beers. And I hate making a comparison because it's this is Rivertown's offering. Shouldn't matter when it comes in contrast to other beers, but
I mean, are you able to reset your expectations, recalibrate, and revisit?
It's kind of tough because I'm not feeling oatmeal stout. It definitely comes off as a stout. It's got the real tough toastiness and the roasted malts that I would expect from a stout, but not the smooth, flavorful creaminess that I've had from other oatmeal stouts.
What if I had told you that this was going to be Rivertown Irish Dry Stout?
That'd be a little bit more believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would buy that.
Adam, what are you getting in the aroma, and how's this feel in your mouth?
Well, with the aroma, I get a roasted barley. You get that predominant smell. But with the mouthfeel, you still get a creamy, but there is a bitterness that you wouldn't expect with the stout there.
So, Chris, what is your rating, and does this kind of go along with what you expected?
I'm going to rate it as an 8. Perhaps not a classic example of oatmeal stout, but really a delicious beer on its own. You could probably see a little bit more in the way of a creaminess. I know by the numbers, there's plenty of oats in there that it shouldn't have a problem, but I think it just does come across a little bit more on the bitter side than what I'm looking for in this. But it's clean as a whistle. It's very drinkable, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
In general, what do oats do to a beer?
Well, they're going to add a little bit of kind of a richness to the flavor. Just definitely.
Do you taste oats? I read that a lot of times they add more to the mouthfeel.
Well, certainly, I mean, you kind of look for creaminess first of all. That really is the best description, and it just kind of adds like a silkiness. Maybe I don't know how to describe it best, but.
Would it sweeten the beer up?
No, that's more like a milk stout where you get that extra sweetness coming from it.
Okay.
So not quite looking for a sweetness, but just like I said, a little bit more of a richness. Could have a little bit of an effect on the final gravity. This dries out pretty much. It's very roasted dominant, but maybe a little bit. Thin-bodied, I think, for an oatmeal stout.
And that's what kind of threw me off a little bit, is because I was expecting more of that creamier mouthfeel that you would get from an oatmeal stout. It just seemed a little bit more strong in the carbonation. That's kind of why I was a little thrown off by it.
Okay, Angry Man, what's your rating?
I will give it a 6, James.
Okay, I will write that again. Adam?
Yes.
What's your rating?
I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's a pretty solid beer. I think that, again, it's not as smooth as you would expect. I think it's because of that bitterness to it. It still has some of the creaminess to it, but then the bitterness with it's 37 IBUs, it kind of stops, and then it leaves you with the bitter taste in the mouth. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's a very drinkable beer.
Okay, great. Well, Rivertown Oatmeal Stout gets a 7 on the BBA scale. Next time you're in Cincinnati, make sure you look for it at a store or restaurant. What's your favorite oatmeal stout? Leave your answer in the comments section. Thanks for watching. I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority, Better Beer Authority, Better Beer Authority.